Okay, looks like they're started here. I think Regol is doing the DT plus 5 route. Now that I think about it. So the route that Zaz is doing, I don't know too much about. It's pretty recent. Kamol actually made this route. Oh man, that's a that's a great color there. Kamol actually made this route to be optimized for RTA compared to in-game time, which a lot of routes in this game are optimized for in-game time. But Zaz is doing this new one, so I'm not too familiar with it. It should be pretty interesting. So RegoleSlayer, starting with Thief and Black Firebombs. Using those Firebombs right away to kill Asylum Demon. Unfortunately, looks like he mistimed something like that. So, pretty simple start so far, just going through the tutorial area. Since Regol did the Firebomb strat at the beginning, he should get through a bit faster, although maybe not because he did get hit, so it might be pretty even by the time they both get through. So Zaz he's gonna do a jump attack off here, get a double hit hopefully, which he did. It looks like Regol is gonna get through slightly faster, even though he had a little bit of trouble at the beginning there. The record time on this game, someone asked in chat, it's 1:09:02. That's in-game time. Okay, so if RegoleSlayer is doing the DT plus 5 route, which is Dragon Tooth plus 5, he's basically going to be focusing on getting the Dragon Tooth and getting, he's going to be duping at Frampt, and basically he's going to be focusing on getting strong really, really fast. And the route that Zaz is doing is kind of a combination, as far as I understand it, as it is new, it's kind of a combination between DT plus 5 and Mail Draker, so he's going to be using Dragon Tooth, getting it to plus 5 really early, and then he's going to be using Dark Magic, specifically Dark Bead. Once he gets to the DLC, or after the DLC, he'll be starting to use Dark Bead. Alright, this room can be a little bit scary, but we both made it through. And it's actually extremely even now. It is just the beginning though, anything could happen. Especially in this game. This game throws many, many surprises at you every day. Alright. So Zaz has got the short sword, Regol has the bandit knife. The bandit knife won't be able to stagger towards Demon, like the short sword will. Should still be about the same length of the fight, though. Although the stagger does make the fight quite a bit easier. But of course the bandit knife has the bleed, as you just saw there. Takes off a decent chunk of his health. So they're both going to be going for the Drake Sword here. The Drake Sword is used in a lot of speedruns because it's just a really good weapon early on. And usually there's not really a better alternative for a couple of the early bosses. It's also on the way, really quick to get. Yes, that's something to mention. Regol did the throwing knife on the Drake because since he started as Thief, he doesn't actually start with a bow. I'm assuming he's going to be picking up the longbow on his way down to RTSR. But at the moment, he doesn't have a bow, so we had to use a throwing knife, which is a little more tricky. Definitely a little more tricky. So even though these are different routes, I think right away they're going to be pretty similar. And as I say that, Zaz goes the opposite way I was expecting, so maybe not. Like I said, I'm not too familiar with the route Zaz is doing. Looks like he's going to Gargoyles right now. Actually, they both are. They both are, sorry. Yeah, so even though they're different routes, I think they should be pretty similar in terms of boss order. Which is always nice, because it's easier to follow in the race. So you can see they both activated that elevator there. That's going to be important for when they go to Stray Demon. They can go to Stray Demon from Firelink if they activate the elevator there, which is a bit faster than going from the Undead Parish Bonfire. Okay, so you can see Zaz actually did a little trick called Move Swap. He did it off the ladder animation. Move Swap basically lets him swap some of the moveset from his... Sorry, he actually didn't Move Swap. It looked like he did at first, but I think he went for it. But Move Swap is going to be used throughout the entire run for the most part. It basically lets the runners put part of the moveset of one weapon onto the other weapon. And as you can see that they... If you noticed earlier, they both bought the Rapier. And the Rapier is going to be used for that moveset swap. So doing that will give them a double hit running attack on their Dragon Tooth attacks, which, as you can imagine, is super overpowered. Also, Zaz had a good attempt there at the R2 finish, but I unfortunately missed, I think. Yeah, this is extremely tied right now. This is... like, so far, they're only 1 and 2 seconds apart. Well, unfortunately, Regal missed the dupe. Not a big deal in the grand scheme of things, though. Basically, what they were doing there is they were queuing up the action of the bone while they were pulling the lever, and then they went in their inventory and used Estus while they were still pulling the lever, and that actually tricks the game into using the Estus instead of the bone. But you still get the effect from the homeward bone. So it duped the homeward bone. It doesn't really dupe the homeward bone because it still uses Estus, but it used the homeward bone without actually using it. And they're going to be doing that a lot in this run. You can use mini animations for duping like that. Most common ones are rolling and parrying. But people do it when they pick up an item, when they pull levers, and you can use all sorts of things. So they're both going down now to get, first off, the Grass Crest Shield, and second, the Red Tearstone Ring. Mainly, they're going for the Red Tearstone Ring. Regole is also getting the Longbow. But since they passed since they passed Grass Crest anyway, they should pick it up because it increases stamina regen, which saves a little bit of time when they're just running. Zaz just dropping stuff. You'll see lots of runners, they drop stuff when they have some downtime, just since they don't need all those things, and just kind of cleans up their inventory. And you notice that they quit out after they pulled the lever. That's because it actually, the animation for the elevator going up already starts, or it already started, and when they quit out and they come back in, the elevator's at the top. A little bit faster than just waiting there, especially if you're going for in-game time. It's a lot faster to quit out there. There we go. So Zaz got Red Tearstone Ring. Regole will get it pretty soon. The Red Tearstone Ring is absolutely insane, especially for speedruns. When your health is below 20%, equal to or below 20%, it basically will triple or double to triple their damage. It's an extremely overpowered item. Okay, so Zaz, you might be wondering what's going on there. Basically what he did there is, or what he's doing right now is Sense Gate Skip. So what he did there was he parried the hollow right next to the railing, and that actually put him a little bit outside of bounds into a kill box. And he didn't die from the kill box because he was in the parry animation, or in the riposte animation, but it did keep the death cam. The overhead cam like that, that's what we call death cam. It's basically the camera you get when you're falling from really high. When you're falling, it kind of does this overhead camera. So you can actually do the parry there and keep the death cam state. And luckily, when you're in that state, nothing really loads. So you can just walk right through the gate. Of course, you have to quit out to reset the game, just so everything does load. Once you're through, you just quit out. Extremely useful. So they're both just running through Sens now. In the speedrun, it's a pretty simple area to run through. Compared to a lot of the other areas, it's really chill. Even though in their first playthrough it can be really scary. In the speedrun, it's really predictable, which makes it really easy to run through. So Zaz has to quit out there because the boulder trap, if he didn't quit out, he'd be hit by the boulder. Also nice RTSR setup, the jump and the trap. But like I said, the cycles in Sense, like the pendulum cycles and the boulder cycles, it's all predictable. Which makes it just really consistent to run through, even though it can seem scary. So Zaz going for the move swap now. There we go, second try. Oh, never mind. There we go. So Zaz has gained a bit of a lead here just from just a lot of very minor things. A lot of very minor mistakes that Regole is making. Zaz has gained a lead here. Oh, that's what Regole just did there. If you mistime the move swap, that can happen sometimes. I think that happens when you're too fast. I don't know for sure, but if you mistime it a certain way, you can get that animation, which takes a long time to play out. There we go. Zaz getting a very good Iron Golem. Just a couple running attacks on his legs, makes him stagger and fall off the arena. The way Iron Golem works in this game is that if you deal 400 damage to his leg, it staggers him. And then if you deal another 200, like Regole is doing right now, and deal another 200, it makes him fall. And he just instantly dies if he falls off the arena. Okay. Zaz using the Iron Golem Soul. So this next section coming up, it's one of the scarier places to run through because you first have the rafter section, and the painting guardians on this part they're pretty ruthless. And then right after that, you have the section with the Batwing demons who throw lightning at you, as well as the archers who shoot at you. And Anor Londo's just not a fun place to run through most of the time. Oh, Zaz actually went for what we called Namu rafters. Saves a couple seconds, but you get off the rafters faster. Yeah, hop on in, Alibaba. Yeah, so you can see the runners actually keep the rapier equipped during the rafters. That's just in case they get blocked. They can very easily, just like this. Just like what Regole did. Very easily push them.
Yo.
Welcome. Looks like I'm no longer alone.
Yeah, boys. So how are you then, Max?
I'm doing good.
How's the race been?
They're pretty close. I mean, Zaz is at the archers, Regole just on the spiral staircase, so like 30 seconds to a minute apart, I'd say.
I think Regole's doing DT+5 and Zaz doing Mildraker, if I remember correctly.
Zaz actually, he was doing Mildraker for the tournament. He's actually switched to Kamul's route.
Yeah.
We call Mail Lister. And yes, Ashwin, this is the final race for losers round 2. Basically, whoever loses this race, since this is a double elimination tournament, whoever loses, they're out. And the winner will go to losers round 3 against Dan Flesh.
Yep, so someone's going to be going home tonight.
Someone will be going home. Cast your votes now. No.
I literally can't sleep. XD.
Well, that's good because I think Set Booster overslept. Set Booster actually commentated a run earlier today, and he said it was like 4 AM for him when he was doing that.
And time zones, by the way. Oh, but
Regole.
Regole.
Regal's having some trouble here at the archers. Like I said, this isn't a very fun place in the speedrun. Looks like he's recovered. There we go.
Yeah, sometimes they can meme you. It's pretty rare, but it can happen. Right, so that's going to be making its way to ONS. It is 3 AM for me, it's 3:24.
Nice.
But I can't sleep. And I sort of Nax with solo commentating, so I was like, yo, might as well jump in.
Yeah.
I didn't even know there was a race on tonight, to be honest.
You didn't know zazztrain was racing. Damn.
Good opening.
Yes, so Zaz got the best opening you can ask for.
Right. Just hoping he doesn't pull off a 2-red and die to super small.
Yeah, oh. No, he's got this.
Zaz is just too good.
No, Zaz has actually really improved lately, I think. Like, he's improved his PB to a 116. Just in general, I think he's been doing much better.
If only had got 116 like 2 years ago, would have been a really good time.
Unfortunately, Zaz missed the elevator, so that lost him, I think, 8 seconds? Something like that.
Yes, something like that. It's a time loss.
Oh wow, that's very low HP.
Please, it was completely calculated.
Of course.
Now we'll see if he gets a good opening as well.
Oh, he actually got the
worst opening.
Worst one. That opening is just so bad that most runners just quit out as soon as they see it.
Yep.
It's just, you don't want to deal with that.
Yeah, quit out and then get 4 in a row. Feels good, man.
Yeah. Yeah, Regal is stuck in the ONS loop now.
Yep.
Oh, he got it. He got 1 hit. So Zaz is actually going down now to Quaylog. They're actually both going to be like I said, the routes are different, but I think they're very similar in terms of boss order. So they're both going down to Quaylog right now. The reason they're doing that is because they want to ring the bell so Frampt appears, and that'll let them use Frampt to dupe and get their Dragon Tooth to +5, and also get a ton of levels.
And let me just say now that I have no experience at all with Melee Striker.
I don't either. I do know that they go to recruit, which is what Zaz just did. And I think he bought Heavy Soul Arrow and a Catalyst. It's an interesting route.
Very unique.
Yes. So Regal will actually miss the elevator as well. The big elevator, the small elevator, is actually a little bit slower. So compared to Zaz, he actually lost a little more time.
How much slower is the right elevator, actually?
I'd say like 2 seconds. I'm just kind of making that up, but that's what it feels like.
No, it's just slower, just leave it at that.
Yeah, I never bothered to time it.
Yeah, it's like, this strat's faster. I don't want to bother timing it. I just know it's faster.
Well, it's more like you just don't have a choice which one to go for. Like, you have to go for the closest one, otherwise you're guaranteed to miss it. So it's like,
True.
Try to go for the small one. If you can't, then whatever. You don't have a choice.
I mean, most of the time you end up on the left anyway.
Yeah. A difference in their routes right now, I just realized, is the way that they get their Dragon Scale. Regal will actually pick up the Dragon Scale in Blighttown from the chest, and Zaz will use the Dragon Scale from Hydra.
Yep, I guess. They're both doing quantity storage, right?
Yeah.
And what are these dirty cheats?
I know, right?
Ooh, artist Aquilag. It's interesting. Ooh, 41 minutes. Yep, that was a quick fight.
Anything with RCSR is a quick fight.
True. Unless you're running Crapple Mage.
Yeah.
Like, just no.
Oh, Regol actually got the double quick attack. These guys, when you run past... Oh, he got the triple, actually. When you run past these guys, you don't have to roll at all unless they do that attack. So he actually had to roll 3 times. Which is obviously slower than if you didn't.
What is Zaz doing right now? Oh,
Yeah, this route actually takes Daughter of Chaos Bonfire.
I was confused. I thought he was kicking him towards the elevator for a second before I saw the bonfire.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, what is he doing?
Yeah, this route actually, the route Zaz is doing, it makes the Daughter of Chaos Bonfire meme become a reality.
Yeah, the Twitch chat was right all along, by the way.
Yeah.
It's actually faster to take that bonfire. Dude, that's like the oldest meme. Like going to like old speedrun videos and it's just, why don't you rest the bonfire?
That and Oscar, killing Oscar.
Yeah, yeah. But Streamer wouldn't it just be faster to kill him instead of talking to him?
Yeah, so the reason you'll see actually Regal doing the entire Demon Runes in Lost Isla, but Zaz doesn't because he doesn't have his Dragon Scale yet. So he wants to get the Dragon Scale first, and then when he's stronger, he'll go back and do those areas. So that's why he takes the Daughter of Chaos Bonfire and not the Demon Runes, is because the Demon Runes one you can't warp to. If you take the Daughter of Chaos Bonfire, you can warp to it later.
Yeah. And that'll be an interesting thing to see in the remasters, if they add any new bonfires you can walk to.
Yeah.
I doubt it though.
That could change the speedrun considerably. Awesome.
Maybe. So I guess that's gonna do
Hydra?
Yeah. I was thinking for a second. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna restart Discord real quick if that's okay.
Okay. Oh man.
Oh, that was quick.
It's okay, you didn't miss anything.
And I got the live feed on the side. I know what I'm doing. Alright, so Zaz just did what we call a gravity RTSR setup, where you go over a certain weight limit, you land on that bridge, and it's just good for RTSR.
Oh no.
Ooh, going for the Hydro Plunge.
Yeah, so Zaz actually went for a plunge. It's just simply called a plunge. Basically, it'll let him go down the ladder, and he won't have, or he can roll at the bottom and not take damage. Basically, like that works if you plunge something mid-air. If you hit a little, like if you hit a little ledge mid-air and something, you can actually roll at the bottom and you don't take any damage. Unfortunately, I think he rolled too late. Might have been too early though, but he mistimed it, and he died.
Yeah, he did get the good fall, so I thought he would roll earlier.
Yeah, he got a fast fall, which usually is easier.
Yeah, I thought I was a bit confused.
But you can definitely still fail it. He's still ahead, so he shouldn't have to worry too much.
So I don't know if you already explained what quantity storage is already.
I haven't.
Yeah, I don't know the tech behind it, so yeah.
Okay.
By the way.
Oh man, Zaz just did it again. You could see that he
Why
tried
would you
to
go for it twice?
Yeah. I don't think he's gonna go for it again. So the thing Zaz is doing, it saves 8 seconds. Oh, what is he doing? Okay. He stood there and did nothing for a second. I was scared. It saves 8 seconds though, so it's not a like I don't know why he went for it again, but gotta go fast. Okay, so Regole.
Gotta go fast.
Regole did his Framp stuff. So he actually used what's called quantity storage. So early in the run, he bought 999 arrows. And, I mean, I also don't really know too much, like, the tech behind it, but basically
you just juke stuff, basically.
Yeah. He basically went into the menu of dropping the arrows, and it stores the 999 prompt or whatever. It stores that value. And then he went to Framped, and he basically he fed Framped more items than he actually owns by storing the 999 quantity. So what he did earlier as well was he put some items in the bottomless box, and he basically fed Framped more items than he actually had in his box. And for some reason that makes it basically just gives him the maximum amount for that item in the box.
Yeah, bomb soft code into PH.
Yeah. And then he also did that with Quelaag Soul, so he fed Framped 999 Quelaag Souls, which meant he could get tons and tons of levels. And Zaz will be doing the same thing, but a little bit later, since he doesn't have the Dragon Scale yet, although he did just get it.
It's a pretty solid Hydra.
Yeah.
Again, not really sure how fast it's supposed to be in this route.
I think it's 3 cycle in this route. It's like 3 jump attacks and 4 fire bombs. I think that's what the notes say.
Oh damn! Did he do Man's test, Legal? I didn't see.
Oh, I didn't see it.
He did move
I think he bought throwing knives earlier, so I'm assuming he used a throwing knife.
Man in this test, people have not really been lucky with it in tournaments, it seems like. People who have done it.
Yeah. Oh man. The golem jumping back. If you're wondering why they're doing Hydra and talking to Dusk and stuff, it's a requirement for going into the DLC as well.
Yeah. FromSoft didn't want to make it simple, basically.
No.
So it's basically what you need to do is you need to save an NPC. You need to kill a random enemy, and then go back to the spot where you saved that NPC.
Yeah, and there's no reason to go back to that spot. Like, there's no items, there's no area there. It's apart from the DLC, but in a casual playthrough, no one would think about going back.
Ironically enough, the only reason I knew where to go was because of speedruns.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I looked it up.
It's funny because if you go on like the Bandai Namco Dark Souls support page, that's like the only thing how to enter the DLC.
Really?
Yeah, something like that.
Do you want to explain Fire Sage elevator clip?
Yeah, so basically the elevator...
Yes.
Discord named me for a second then.
Okay.
No, but just silence. No, but basically, the elevator there loads in about a second after you load in, because it's part of a different area than the Quelaag's domain. And whenever you quit out, whenever you load back in, your character actually backs away a tiny bit. So what happens is every time you load in, you back away and the elevator doesn't load for a second, which means once you backed away enough, you actually just fall through because the elevator is not loaded. And ironically enough, Fire Sage is just located in the right spot. You can actually plunge right onto his head. And for some reason, they have an animation for that.
Yeah. Zaz getting unlucky with the Framped RNG. Who's sleeping?
Best RNG.
And the animation for him waking up is actually takes like 10 years, so. But he's good now. So you can see Zaz, he just fed 999 scales even though he only had 1, which was in his bottomless box. But what that does is basically makes puts 99 in his bottomless box. Because this is a well-programmed game.
Basically. Alright, decent centipede, I suppose.
Didn't forget the ring, that's always a plus.
I actually have forgotten the ring once before. Well, I didn't forget it, I equipped the wrong ring. I wasn't thinking.
Yeah. I think we've all done that before.
So, do you want to explain Toki Bombs? Because Rego's going to be doing it kind of soon.
Yeah, I mean, Toki Bombs, it's basically, instead of doing Bed of Chaos the normal way, you just stand in the middle, throw 2 fire bombs at either side, and you can finish the fight really, really quick. The reason it's called Toki Bombs is because there's a Japanese runner named Toki, and he found it. So obviously you gotta name it after him.
In late 2013.
Yeah,
and before
really
that, the fight was really bad because it was like a minute and a half of just running around, destroying the old things.
Yeah. Darth Magus. Zaz is running male Listdraker.
Well, what a route name.
But he's not doing male Draker, he's doing a route that's like DT plus 5 into Dark Bead.
Might need to check it out, to be honest.
Oh, I actually misread. He asked if he was running Mool Draker, which is, I guess, another name for it. I misread the comment, but just in case everyone was wondering, that's what Zaz is running.
So yeah, obviously Nax, one of the few runners that would remember back when Toki Bombs was found.
I don't know. I think I started running like right around the time it was found. I don't remember too much.
Well, I started watching speedruns in like August 2014, but I didn't start running until like mid 2017. Well, streaming that is. Casual runs I did like 2015.
Yeah.
I mean, when I came in, Crapple Mage with Bandit was still the fastest route for all bosses.
Yeah.
Those were the days.
Those were the good days when you could do Optimal or Crapple Mage, and they were like the same length. You could just pick whichever one you want, or whichever one you like better.
Yeah, you could either do Chill or you could do Cancer.
Yeah. No, people did Crapple Mage still because no farming.
That is actually true. But now people do Male Draker because no farming.
Yeah.
So yeah, you just aim your head in specific spots and you throw the bombs and it destroys the orbs. It's just simple as that, really.
Yeah, you can do that without a bow. It's just, if you have a bow, you might as well use it. It makes it a little more consistent.
Ooh, Firestorm.
Wow, that's a lot of damage there.
Oh. Did he get a counter hit there?
He must have.
That was a lot of damage.
Like, he wasn't full health, but...
Yeah, maybe he could have played two. Two standing still. I'd just like to advertise that Nax HPL has a really good tutorial on bowless Toki Bombs.
Oh yeah, I remember.
I don't know how I know that.
Crapple Mage used to use a bow. But then like it's faster to not use a bow in Crapple Mage, and then you just like the bow was used for only Toki Bombs and Royal Wood Skip. But you can do both.
Good Crapple Mage uses a bow. Good Crapple Mage uses a bow. But I mean, without the bow, it's not really actually that hard. It's just a different setup.
And instead of aiming with the bow, instead of using the crosshair, you just aim with the top of your head. And then you use the keyboard to line yourself perfectly forward. It's not that hard. It is a little less consistent, I guess, though.
The oldest skip in the game, by the way. Skip. I don't actually know if that's the oldest.
Probably.
Yeah, that skip is definitely. I know it was found in like 2012, but it's basically it saves you from having to go like getting the intentional death on Seath, having to run all the way around in the prison and Duke's archives, and it saves like 6.5 minutes or something. It's a lot.
Zaz is having a little bit of trouble.
Ooh, that would have been like the most clutch skip ever of almost quit out meme. They're both runners who've done bosses that the others haven't so far.
Sorry?
I was saying that obviously Regole's just done Isolith. But did Zaz do Isolith?
No, he hasn't done it yet. I was just about to say, like, I think Regole is ahead now. Because Zaz died twice to Hydra Plunge.
It's definitely a lot more closer now. We got a race, boys.
Yeah, it's actually pretty close, I think.
Oh, he actually managed to about this other. I didn't know if that'd be enough.
Regole got Hydra Plunge. Yeah, that's how it looks like.
Look at that consistency though.
So Regole's Hydra should be 2 jump attacks, that's it.
Ooh, took 4 damage there, Zaz.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he landed like on
dead?
I hope he's not. I hope he doesn't spawn there. Okay, he's fine.
I thought you meant he died. But
no, he like landed on like a little ledge and he took damage.
Yeah, Duke Skip is one of those skips where the more you fail it, the more you're gonna fail it. It's like you fail it once and you just get so tilted, and it's so hard to get it after that. As you can see from Zaz.
Yeah, definitely.
Like it happens to me. Yeah. There we go. And then you just let out you let out a big sigh of relief when you get it.
Yes.
Yeah, because you fail it and you think, oh, what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? I do the same setup I always do. You start to question yourself then. I'm not even going for the Japanese ladder skip though. Like,
it's probably like I've been practicing that recently, and it's so consistent and easy. But it's like if it messes up your RTSR setup, it can just be slower than going down the ladder.
Yeah, I suppose.
Like in DT +5, in the route that I'm doing for the tournament, it was 3 seconds slower to actually do that skip, just because the RTSR setup was all messed.
These are plebs.
Oh, Zaz? Oh my god, Zaz. Why? Oh, he got it. Oh my god, why would you go for that?
oh my dog.
I guess since he died twice, he basically is thinking like he needs to do whatever he can to catch up.
And he saved like what, like 40 minutes from that?
Yeah, I mean he also did Namor Rafters, so that was another.
Yeah, that's like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
If he does bench skip, that's like 20 minutes.
He might do bench skip still.
No, maybe he'll do the insane segmented strats and jump over the other bench.
I find that bench skip easier. Like the one where you land directly in front of Watchray. I find that one way easier.
Like, I've tried it, and I think I don't think I've ever got. I think I got it once. Oh no, I managed to jump over it once, but it didn't actually work. I can just imagine like doing a segmented run and just grinding out bench jump.
I mean, that's what I did. That's why I find that one easy, because I had to do it so many times.
Be like, we'll get it this time, guys. We'll do it. 20 tries in. Yeah.
So basically the difference right now in their runs is like Zaz has done Duke's Archive segment, Regole's done the Demon Ruins and Lost Lysolith segment.
Yeah, the Isolith segment's a really long segment.
Yeah, I think Regal might be a little bit... I mean, they're both pretty long segments, but I think Regal might be a little bit ahead. We'll find out once they get to the DLC. Or no, never mind. Zaz will be doing Lost Izalith after DLC, so...
We'll find out at some point.
We'll find out eventually. We'll find out when they kill Gwyn.
It's never over till they kill Gwyn.
Exactly.
I think Typo and Noobie's Race proved that to us.
It looks like Zaz forgot something because he's boning back.
I think he forgot to do the spells.
Forgot to level up 1 intelligence, I guess. Oh yeah, heavy soul arrow. If I was him, I probably would have just done that with move swap.
Yeah, but you'd have to wait for him to come down.
Yeah, but that's
but
still
then again, it'd probably be the same time. Yeah, it'd probably be faster.
It would definitely be faster still. It doesn't take him that long to fly down.
What are these heavy soul arrow strats?
Yeah, it's an interesting route. I don't know what else the soul arrows are used for.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it's cool, but it's weird. Let's see. I hope. Let's see if Regal gets better luck on Juke Skip.
I guess heavy soul is also going to be used for a couple parts in the DLC.
Yeah, it's going to be used to kill the monkey dudes at Darkbeat.
Yeah.
I think I would then. I don't know why.
So with 99 ints, Zaz is doing a ton of damage with plain old heavy soul arrow. I think he has 99. He probably is close to that. That's what the notes say, but...
Do you have notes on the side?
No, I looked at the notes like a couple days ago.
I looked at notes
bring
once.
Up,
I looked at notes once. They didn't really help me that much.
No,
they totally weren't
good.
They totally weren't very good axe. Oh yeah, Camille does a really good job with his notes. I like his ones.
I would say he did a very good job condensing them because he did all the notes in like 10 lines or something.
I mean, the notes I read for a specific long category route were written by a pretty good runner, were pretty condensed, and I kind of forgot stuff because they were quite vague. And I'm not going to name any names. I won't name names.
I don't want to name any names.
But I think Nax knows who I'm talking about and what category I'm talking about.
I don't even know why you use those notes.
Oh, you linked them to me.
I know, they weren't supposed to be used for anyone else.
That's because I asked for them.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, did you got any notes for all achievements? I don't want to, because I wanted updated notes for new strats, but proxies weren't updated. So you gave me yours. I mean, they weren't that bad. It was just me being potato and forgetting about small things. All achievements. Back when it was a 4-hour run.
Yep. Yeah, so I actually do have the notes now for Male Straker. They're 14 lines. And the 14th line is just Gwyn.
Let's see how this... Oh, we might get the one-shot Guardian though. The one-running attack Guardian.
Oh, we are getting the one-running attack Guardian.
Nice. That's so much damage, dude.
Yeah, that's like basically the best fight you can ask for. Guardian is a fight where RNG can screw you over a lot. I mean, that goes for every fight in this game, but especially with Guardian, he can spam lightning and you just can't even hit him.
Yeah, I think one Dutch run I learned that the hard way.
Yeah, that one guy.
Again, not naming names. Right, it's a pretty decent segment actually for Regal there, except for the RTSR set it means, I suppose.
Yeah. With DT plus 5, you do so much damage anyway.
You don't even need to do like no RTSR. You don't even need to really do RTSR DLC because of the damage. I mean, obviously I would still do RTSR because I'm used to it.
So I think Zaz skipped that bonfire. I think. Yeah, he still has RTSR, so he definitely skipped that bonfire. Dying to Artorias is like one of the worst things that can happen in a run. So it's this is pretty monk-ass right now.
I think he wants to save as much time as he can at this point.
Yeah,
it's
since
totally
he died
understandable.
twice.
Also, the reason Regal equipped Stone Arm here is because, well, basically so he can just spam Black Fire Bombs and just tank the hits. Pretty self-explanatory, I suppose.
Yeah, so that's going for another plunge. Unfortunately, he didn't get... Like, the back step he didn't put him far enough, so he would have missed the ledge if he went for the plunge there. Yeah. That one looks good.
Yeah, it should be good. Nice. So, moment of truth coming up.
Yeah. Yeah, dying here wastes, I think, it's like 5 to 6 minutes. It's really bad.
I mean, if he doesn't jump away and he gives a good opening attack, it should be done, I would say.
Like, it should be 3 running attacks. Even...
Ooh, I thought it was 2.
Okay, he's good. He's good. Yeah, it can be 2, actually. You're right.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. But luckily he buffs anyway. It's fine.
Normally it's 3, though, since you hit him when he's buffing. But
yep.
Otherwise
pretty fast fight, actually.
Yeah, that was a really good fight.
See, Regal's gonna enter the DLC now.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's going for RTSR. Zaz is running to Calamite. He won't be fighting Calamite yet, though. You actually have to do this little detour before you can fight Calamite. There's a few steps involved.
Another case of FromSoft not making how to discover things obvious. So
yeah.
You have to trigger the boss, get a key, talk to a random NPC twice to get him to shoot him down, and then run back and fight the boss. Or you could do the hard option and fight him without shooting him down and get that extra dialogue and the free bow, but I mean, still, it's not really that good of an option.
Is there actually extra dialogue?
Yeah, you get an extra dialogue, man.
I didn't know that.
Like, you know, if you kill him, you get his great bow. Well, if you kill him without shooting him down, you get an extra dialogue and he gives you his bow.
So that was actually
it takes so long to do, though.
So that's a really fancy punch attack there. He actually hit the dog as well, as it fell on him.
Damn.
That was pretty nice.
Why doesn't he have full control for? I guess it's slow today.
Yeah, because this route is just like really fast RTA and fall control isn't very fast.
I would have thought that they would have saved some time on some of the drops. I guess his lower berg cutouts, though, I suppose.
Yeah, you have to go to lower berg as well.
Yeah, I know I can understand a bit more. I mean, DLC's chill anyway.
Thank you.
So yeah, Zaz is going to the Mimic to get the crest key, so he can kill Calamite. Even though it looks like Zaz is ahead, I think they're extremely close.
They are very close.
Oh
But
man,
they
the
are...
table.
Zaz killed the extra bosses, though, that Regal hasn't yet.
No, I don't think so.
So in that case, Regal's probably ahead then, because he's done Isolith. I would imagine.
Yeah, it's very close still, though.
I mean, anything can happen. But Regal seems to be playing it safe for no RTSR, though.
Yeah, he hasn't been using RTSR for a while. Oh, oh no, he got it. I wonder if Zaz is gonna skip the Manus Bonfire. I'm guessing he will, since he probably thinks he's pretty far behind.
We'll see. Also, one thing I need to get off my chest, though, is all of you new runners who run all bosses with the plunge for Royal Skip, consider yourself very lucky that you don't need to do the old version. That's all I'm going to say. Because that version was cancer as hell. Oh my god. Like, literally a good pace, bad attack, fail it, good run. That's how it used to be. Like, you do not know how many hours I put in testing on that, and still didn't work. And then, thank God, Siege found the plunge to BH.
Yeah, plunges have changed a lot of things for the better.
Yep. No Hydra, BS quit out, no BS forward skip. It's just better life, to be honest.
Yeah, and Zaz going for a Dark Bead now, which he will start using after the DLC.
Yeah, one of the most OP spells in the game.
Yeah, it's extremely broken. It can be pretty scary to get here. Something to note is that this run that Zaz is doing, it doesn't get Bellowing Dragon Crest Ring, because you never free Griggs.
Damn.
So, like, some things, like Ceaseless, for example, it's like 3 Dark Beads instead of 2.
Even with a 99 int?
Yeah.
99, like, once you go over, like,
Pretty sure.
52 int, it really doesn't make that much of a difference, really.
No, it doesn't make a difference. Or it does make a difference, but yeah, not that much.
Yeah, except for the one-shot win, of course, where if you have all the buffs.
Yeah.
That part's glorious.
I wasn't actually watching. I'm not sure if Zaz skipped the bonfire or not.
Nah, he didn't.
No. It's probably a good thing, especially if you're going for Dark Beads. It's pretty easy to die getting Dark Beads.
I mean, you're in that mindset until you actually start trying to get a decent PB, and then you have to skip the bonfire.
Yeah.
I mean, I do. But,
Yeah,
I mean, it is consistent, to be fair, I would say.
Yeah. That was a good Manus fight.
No, don't use the bone. I suppose it don't really matter since he's already done most of his levels. So I assume Melee Mildrigger is faster than DD+5 by a bit then.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
I'm
in his RTA and in-game time was, I think, like less than 3 minutes or something.
I'm just waiting for Kamul to like grind out a really good time with it, like a 113 or something.
I don't think he will, but I mean, it was specifically made for RTA, like 4 turn.
I mean, it would be a good option for like a marathon in the future, maybe.
Yeah, like if we do another all bosses tournament, I'll probably learn Male Striker for it.
I think Typo said we were going to be doing like an autumn one or something this year.
That'd be neat.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. And obviously a Speed Tools marathon at the end of the year if that happens again.
Oh, I think for sure it's gonna happen. It was a huge success. Really so
I have to admit, it was way better than what I thought it would be.
yeah, it was good.
Yeah, my run was not good though, so don't watch it.
What did you run again?
The relay race against Prude.
Oh right, yeah.
Don't watch it. I died to Seif and I died before Nito. And I had to do no move swap to Dragon to Great Club in the DLC. So that was fun. Yeah, it was like because they wanted to find like a donation bid war for like each game. The DS1 for Great Club and DS1 it was like oh well I guess we'll just have it for no move swap DLC. And I was like oh okay.
Yeah, that's really like really bad.
I know. I mean, I only died once, to be fair. I practiced alright. Right, so, that's not doing RTS Economy.
Oh, he is.
Oh, no, he is. Did you have a setup?
Yeah, I think you did the same setup
I've
used. You just kind of fall off the stairs, and you take a little bit of damage, and then you don't have to do
I think that's the MD ESM setup, I'm pretty sure.
It's just, you can do that for anything. I've been doing it forever.
Probably
I prefer doing that. Yeah, as you don't have to swap the rings or anything.
Is it consistent though?
Yeah.
Well,
you can get hit by a dog, and then you just have to do the old setup in that case.
It's fine. Just put on Peach and body. It'll be fine.
Yeah, you can do that.
No, I'm joking. So Zaz just finished the DLC. Pretty smooth actually. No deaths.
No, that was like a really good DLC. I think all his DLC fights were extremely good. All 4 of them were all really good. Yeah, this Dark Rain attack that Manus is doing right now, it's the one you never want to see. Because you can't really attack it, you just have to run away. It wastes so much time.
All the R1 memes though.
There we go. And then that attack there, that's the best one.
Yeah, the one where he stamps the cats down's pretty good. Go for 2 running attacks. So I'm starting to lose my mind now, but damn it. It's like 4 AM right now? 4:06.
Yeah.
Yeah. But luckily the run's not much left, so it's fine.
No.
If it was like 20 minutes in, I think I'd start to Mongo shake a bit.
Looked like Zaz forgot to use Hidden Body and he aggroed some enemies and he had to quit out. He got the skip. He even did the plunge. What a god. So now that Zaz is Dark Bead, he should be like 1 or 2 shotting everything from now on.
But did he get the damage skip though?
Uh-oh.
From the plunge?
Yeah, he did. He did just get hit by Capra at the same time.
Capra's still the same.
But it's not a big deal. So Zaz actually did the quit out there. If you quit out at a certain time, you spawn back at the start of the Capra Demon fight, which can be pretty nice because usually the dogs will block you.
Yeah, I think the tech behind that is whenever you quit out in a boss fight, it takes you out the boss arena. So when you quit out on the exact frame that, well, as soon as Victory Achieved comes up, I think the game thinks you're still fighting the boss, but you're not. So it spawns you outside, but the trigger's been set for you, to flag for you to kill the boss, I think.
Yeah.
Be interesting. Yeah, I got something right, boys.
I think that's it's only useful on Capra though, because almost every other boss you're going to be running out the other side of the boss fight, or you're going to be using a Homer Bone.
Have you ran CBB? The Taurus quit out?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, now about you have to quit out on Taurus because you kill Taurus. You kill Taurus and then you run down to the DLC through Underberg.
Yeah,
that makes sense. Quit out there. I just saw Kamul do it once. It's like okay hand. Look at this lovely Gaping Dragon fight.
See how Calamite goes. Oh man.
Ooh.
Oh, that was...
I thought he was going to get clipped by his legs then.
Yeah, same. Yeah, Calamite can be a very scary fight. His hitbox is just really wonky.
Don't you love it when bad speedrunner complains about bad hitboxes?
Oh man, Zaz. We had no audio again. God damn.
Why don't you do it? Why don't you do an imitation?
I can't. I don't want to make a fool of myself.
Same, to be honest.
So
I did.
Best thing there, though.
I already did it twice the other night.
Yeah, just go listen to that then if you want to hear what that sounded like on Zaz's.
I mean, Regol can still do it. Regol can still do it.
I don't know how much of a memer he is though. Let's see.
Let's pray. Also, but Monk a shake on that fight, but he got it done. So 2 really solid DLCs actually this race. So we'll see. I think Regol is still in the lead though, right now.
I think so too. Although Zaz has Dark Beat now, so he should be having a little bit faster fights.
That is very true. Does he still 2-shot straight though? It's the real question. I guess we'll find out.
I don't know.
I guess not. Or unless
probably 3.
God damn it.
Oh no. Good thing. Okay.
Can you actually get a fast attack when you land in there?
Yeah. Zaz would have died there if one of those Dark Beats wins.
It's like if you dropped in, started doing Dark Beats, and then get the fast attack and just die.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's happened to someone in Crapple Mage.
Pretty sure that's happened to me before.
115 pace in Crapple Mage. Sorry, mate. Fast attack for days. And when I say 115 Crapple, I mean old Crapple, by the way, for you newbies. I'm just rambling at this point. Isn't it like 7 PM for you or something?
8 PM.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I can only commentate races where the runners are from North America, pretty much.
I mean, yeah.
I would rather.
I'd rather commentate these races, to be honest, because I know the runners better than most European runs. At least most of the ones I've commentated on.
Yeah. A huge portion of this community is from Europe.
It's like, I think the earliest I could probably get an American commentator would be like 2 AM. The earliest.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I don't know about that.
All the races, most of the races are when I'm either sleeping or at work.
I was about to say, it'd probably be the same for you for European races. Like 2 AM for you or something.
Yeah.
Ooh, not going for the Catacombs buns though. I think he learned from his mistakes. At least he had the wits to heal. See how fast the duty +5 fight is here. Yes. Sass fighting the hardest boss in the game.
Oh,
that's
the
actually.
BM.
Oh my duck.
Oh, wait, he didn't die. I thought Zaz was just like BMing Pinwheel by hitting him with the catalyst, but he actually didn't die.
Oh, Rego did it.
Yeah, he did actually, I just noticed.
I did one interpretation to make up for Zaz's one. It was awful, but I did it.
Oh, Regal's gonna meme there. Okay.
The block slope. Have you seen the Japanese path in Tomb of the Giants, by the way?
Yeah, I've been doing that.
It's really cool. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. Does this save any time, by the way?
Yeah, I think definitely. It's a straight. It's a more direct path.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
It's not even hard to do. It's just you just have to do it a few times and then you're used to it at that point.
Yeah. Just mix that in with get focus skip, to be honest. To be and you're good. Just take like 7 seconds. Nah, don't do focus skip ever. Don't listen to me. Dude, running through the middle there always spooks me out for that attack, and I don't know why.
That was a pretty good fight.
Yeah, I'm so used to low damage in the beginning. I wonder if Zaz will get any Scream Marinos.
Unfortunately, we won't find out since we don't have sound, but
Let's
we
hope he
should
doesn't
find
get,
out.
I hope he doesn't get double scream like I did.
Yeah.
That's actually really mocha shake.
Well, he got the roll there, so... Okay, looks like no scream. You gotta grab, though.
Have you ever actually gotten grabbed, like actually grabbed by it in a run before?
Yeah, definitely.
I haven't, but I've had it happen. Like I've seen it. But it's kind of memey in with Darkbeat because you have to back away then.
Yeah. Oh my god. Zaz went for bench skip and he got it. How can he lose?
Yeah, he did an armor jump. He did this skip. He did manny this. He did manny drop. Yeah, he has to win now. Yeah, it's always me when I look at like bench jump because it looks like it actually does save quite a bit of time compared to the running around. And it probably does too.
I mean, it does, but most people don't go for it because it's like you miss it once and then it's like you're losing time at that point, and it's so easy to miss.
You could just practice it for a couple hours.
Okay, so Zaz is doing seal skip. He actually looked like he got the very fast seal skip there. We'll find out when he loads in. Oh no, he didn't.
I was actually practicing seal skip in full control, and I was doing it with keyboard. It was actually really consistent for me.
Yeah, it's not too difficult.
Like especially with keyboard, it's so good.
Yeah, basically what seal skip is basically going out of bounds to get to Four Kings instead of draining the water and running the intended way to Four Kings. And Zaz did that. There's basically a couple ways you can do that with fall control, which is super easy because you just do a simple fall control quit out. But without fall control, you have to quit out at a very precise timing. You have to quit out when you hit a slope so that you take no damage when you land. What Zaz did and what Regol will also be doing later.
Yep. Nax, another again, a runner who's been around long enough to remember when it was found.
Yeah. Oh, a lot of people wouldn't remember the extremely early seal skip where you used fall control and you ran through the room. And you still went the intended way, but you ran through the room. And it looked like it looked like there was a big bright spot at your feet while you were running. It's kind of hard to explain, but it was such a good skip.
Wait, is that?
It was like when you use fall control and you run through the room on the way to Four Kings, and the camera goes top-down mode.
It's like I want to know achievements a bit. Like I know the other jump people used to do for full control, where you jump to the left instead of jumping on the little platform.
Oh no!
Oh my god! This is. I think Zaz is leading now by quite a bit.
Definitely.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, slipping off that little platform is it can happen.
Yeah. That's the reason I always make sure to readjust myself to the right so that doesn't happen.
Yeah. But you also don't want to be too far to the right because then you get a stored roll. If you hit the little slope.
I like. Normally, I usually do it well, but I'm like dead center. I mean, you can still bounce off the wall, I suppose.
I think Gandrake earlier today, Dark One. I think he died to Nito, if I remember correctly.
I died to Nito on my first race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's like in the top 3 worst places to die. Needle, Seath, and Artorias.
I mean, it really depends, I suppose, if you take the bonfire or not.
Yeah.
Which I never will, by the way. Again.
Damn.
It's like, it's really not worth it though. Taking it, because it's such an easy fight. As selfish as that sounds. Kappa.
So Zaz died, but that's actually intentional.
Oh damn, the optimal all achievements warp though. Death warp.
Yeah.
I guess that's where Daughter of Chaos Bonfire comes into play.
Yeah, well he warped... Yeah, he already warped to Daughter of Chaos. And then... I guess he forgot to sit there again, so that's why he went back to Firelink.
The RTA time loss, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Shaking Madame SMH. Because that's doing what Rigo did earlier with the Fire Sage elevator clip. So, what does Zaz have left after this? Is Priscilla and Gwendolyn and Gwyn after this?
Yeah, that's it.
Let's definitely supplement the RTA pace then.
Zaz actually got the super optimal single quit out. He clipped through in one quit out.
I never got that actually.
I've never gotten it either.
I know it's possible. I've gotten close to it.
Yeah.
Can you actually plunge him on the first try?
You can. It's just it's way more consistent to do an extra quit out after, especially especially in a race. You want to do that.
The segmented strats though.
Zaz decided to take this bonfire. I wonder if he's watching the stream. I wonder if he knows that Regal died.
I mean, I would take that one anyway in melee. Oh yeah, he could.
Well, he's using Dark Beat.
I thought he was doing melee, but no, it's Dark Beat. They should be fine now.
Even at melee, it's like Centipede isn't that scary.
Well, no, I guess yeah, it's not that bad. Then again, Newton was 5 do so much damage anyway with RTSR. Also, I practiced this boss yesterday, by the way. I'm a pro now.
Centipede or Nito?
Centipede.
Okay.
Centipede. I haven't practiced Nito in like months.
It's not much to practice.
True. Dark Beat, so somebody just run forward, cast a couple beats, and he's dead. And again, I guess you can get screed, but it's pretty easy to dodge, I would say.
Yeah, and then for melee, you just equip stone armor and do running attacks over and over again, while ignoring everything else.
Like I mean, like if that health, for example, the Regal has, it's kind of hard to die with stone armor and healing. So what does Regal have left, actually? Oh,
4 kings and Gwendolyn, Priscilla, and Gwen.
Yeah, so Zaz is ahead right now as it stands,
yeah.
but not by that much, really. It's only by maybe like a minute or so. I mean, Zaz can still die to Togi bombs.
Oh, it looks like Regal did his back steps too late.
Waited a bit long there.
Yeah. That's a very small time loss, though, because he's right there.
Yeah, it's like 20 seconds.
Still, it could make all the difference.
It could. not really much to talk about in these parts, honestly.
It's a lot of running. And well, for the lost Izalith, there's a lot of running. You have like you have like 3 bosses back to back, and then just a lot of running to benefits.
Well, I actually know what we can talk about right now.
What's that?
And that is... So this is a little tutorial on how to trigger an axe HPL. And that is just say the words 120.03 and it'll be automatically triggered.
God.
There we go. Hey, I'm so sorry, by the way. 5 minutes of silence.
Yeah.
How did you actually feel after that, though? I don't think I've ever asked you.
Dude, I don't know. That was so long ago. I don't even...
The 2050.
I just walked away.
But the reaction was so good. This is gonna be sub 80. This has to be sub 80. I got the peach roll. I got the peach roll.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, dude. That's what I'm talking about. Been up so long now.
Oh no, Zaz, don't get hit. Wow. He took no damage there.
Well, look at the bright side. You have a 113 PB now, so that time is obsolete now. So you
It's been a while.
So you can forget about that run now. You got a much better time.
I've forgotten about it for years.
I mean, I know it's not like I think about it every day.
Yeah.
Just came into my mind casually. I would have I had a run like that, to be fair. Like, it wasn't the same, but it died to better chaos. On like 118 pace, back when I thought sub 80 was good. And then I got a 117 like 2 days later. Is that saying about yourself for Gwendolyn?
Looks like it. So once Regal kills 4 kings, there'll be basically the same bosses left.
I wonder how many hits are going to be on Gwendolyn for Zaz.
Probably 2. Also, you can see Regal dropped an item. That's just since this whole area is just completely black. Dropping the item just gives you a point of reference.
Yeah, another cool thing about Seal Skip. That's where you landed from Seal Skip is exactly where the first king spawns. So you can just drop an item there.
Yeah.
Well, that roll's kind of close to its body there. Yeah, spooked me. It's hitbox there.
There you go. So now they've got the same bosses left. So you can actually see where they stand.
Well, in a few seconds, there's going to be a boss ahead.
Yeah. And who knows with Gwendolyn? Gwendolyn is super RNG dependent. Yep. Gwendolyn's like Guardian.
Is there any limit to how much magic you can do?
I don't think so. I've never heard of any limit.
That's a nice dive. At least there's no potential of Moon Glitch in this route.
Yeah.
So that's a good question. Did you ever lose to a PB run to Moon Glitch? Good question.
Probably. I don't remember.
I think everyone who's run Crapple probably has lost at least one run to it. PB or not.
Definitely.
Or you can do the ultimate strat and just not run Crapple Mage. That works.
It wasn't really a choice back then, though.
True. I mean, when I came in fast, like when I actually started running casually, it was with just solo mage. That was fast, so I just ran that and Crapple. Like I have ran Crapple. I have ran it. But my PB with it is 142.
That's pretty decent.
That's like from like last year. Dude, time flies.
So Regal isn't doing RTSR, but I think even with RTSR, it would be 2 running attacks either way. So it kind of makes sense.
could probably do. And I guess you could set up RTS, but you'd have to move sub again, so it probably wouldn't be that optimal. Ooh, good RNG.
Yeah, that was decent. Only one bad attack.
Maybe Zaz would die to a hollow. You never know.
Don't jinx it now. Otherwise, it'll be your fault.
It's my job, man. I mean, with hit on body, he basically can't if he kills the hollows properly.
Is he? He's killing the hollows with the rapier.
Well, yeah, they'll stab you.
Yeah.
They'll shoot you in the back.
This is I've never seen a route that uses the rapier to kill those. It's kind of fun.
Well, you have now.
I have now.
Well, actually, you can get kind of mean to it because he has to do 2-cycle here for Priscilla.
Ooh. Looks like she spawned behind him, otherwise his lock-on would have stayed intact. Oh, don't run out of dark beads. Okay, he got her on the last dark bead.
That was close.
Yeah, if he ran out, he would. I guess he would just use Dragon Tooth.
Yeah, he's gonna go to Gwyn now. Go to the kiln. Yeah, I can still pull Anubis. Just saying. He won't, but he can. I mean, like, basically, it's the kiln and then just a parry, basically, I guess. Unless he doesn't two-shot Gwyn.
I'm pretty sure 2 shots. I don't know for sure, though.
Like, this is like basically just Sword and Mage, the setup, I would say.
Yeah, I don't know what the damage is like without bellowing Dragon Crest Ring, though.
Yeah, true, it's 20%. But bear in mind, Sword used to have like 36 int with that, so he has 99. So might make up for it on Gwyn, I'd assume it would, for this fight.
Oh, Gwen said it doesn't. I'm guessing it doesn't 2-shot, is what you mean?
Oh, damn.
Also, yeah, he's not getting RTSR. Oh no, sorry. He's not there yet. He is getting RTSR. There we go.
I think Grapple Mage is the only route with Sorcery you can actually do no RTSR on Gwyn.
Why does he hurry toward them?
Because you can't do it with Mailtraker because it doesn't work. Because they're 4 dark beats.
Yeah.
So he has to do an extra parry there, and well, actually, no, he doesn't. Just do a 3rd one. So it's just grapple with no RTSR, basically. In that case. This is actually really close at the end.
It is. Like, Zaz has had a really good run apart from those 2 Hydra deaths, and he only started doing this route yesterday. He did it for the first time yesterday.
Didn't even pull a militant.
No.
Well, I mean, Regal was ahead until Catacombs, or till Tomb of Giants. To be fair.
Yeah. Yeah, that was very unfortunate.
So, I guess 1 power to seal it. Just staying silent.
Oh, I guess he has to get a 2nd parry. Nah, he got it.
Ooh.
Man, that was close. That was really close.
Yeah, boys. Oh, GG to zazztrain. I guess he's going through to round 3 of Loser Bracket now.
Yes, round 3. Next, he's going to be racing Dan Flesh.
Yeah, and Regal unfortunately going home. Oh, nearly got Kumpa stomped.
Yeah, so when Regal is done here, we'll hopefully be able to get both of them in the voice chat here. So I think Regal is actually doing move swap Gwen, which is always a little more interesting to watch, in my opinion.
Maybe it doesn't feel consistent with the parry.
Yeah.
Yeah, you DM Zaz. I DM Zaz, see if he wants to come in.
Okay.
Yeah. He says he will come in when Regal's finished.
Yeah. Probably DM Regal as well.
Let's do an early DM.
There you go. So Regal's got Gwen in the stun lock. Although Gwen could jump away, it's possible. But it looks like he's good.
Good fight.
Yeah.
So we got both sides of the fight today, move swap and parry.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. It's today, I guess today for both of us, actually.
Yeah, it's
Yo, Zaz.
hello, Zaz.
Oh. Okay.
So what? What happened at Hydra there? Like, I was expecting you to take the ladder the second time as well.
Yeah, we need to talk about Hydra Plunge, I think.
I thought I would be okay with the plunge. I was like the first one. I was like, okay, that was a poor setup. All right, I think I got a little anxious. So I was like the second one. I'm like, all right, I'm ready for this one. Do it again. I'm just like, all right, that's it. And then Duke. I don't know. I forgot how to Duke skip for like 3 minutes there. Yeah, and then to top it all off, forget to put everything in the bottomless box.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I had to do a little improv there. Made things kind of hairy for a little bit.
So were you watching the stream, by the way, Regal's run?
I was not. I didn't want to know.
Yeah, it's probably better.
Well, to put this into perspective, Regal was leading, but he got like the little like slope slide on the Tomb of the Giants drop, and he died. Lost like 4 minutes.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what sealed it.
Before that, though, it was extremely close the entire way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I was waiting, especially after all the Duke skip fiasco. I was like, well, I was just waiting around like that 125, 126 mark for Regal, just for it to pop up, and just like, oh, there it is. And yeah, I don't know.
Did you DM Regal, Alibaba?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah, he hasn't responded yet.
I think that was a PB for Regal. Maybe. I haven't seen the in-game time, but on the leaderboards, he has a 129. I don't know if that's up to date, though. But I think in-game time, that's faster than 129.
Yeah, that should be, if you got a 131 in that, I think it's about 4 minutes, so it should be probably about a 127. Yeah.
We'll find out soon. Let's see.
So, question for you, Zaz. When you came into the run, what was the part you were most scared of doing when you came into it?
Plunges. Failed them all. I just gave up after the first two.
You got Royal.
I just showed back.
Oh yeah, and the lower Berg one, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you only started doing this route yesterday, right?
Was it yesterday or the day before? Yeah, it was yesterday.
Pretty sure yesterday.
Yeah.
You were extremely tired when you ran it yesterday, so.
I'm pretty tired today. I took a nap. I kind of woke up a little bit about halfway through, but I was pretty tired in there. I took a nap for about a couple hours thinking, okay, I'll be refreshed. And then I'm just sitting there when I did my practice run, I'm just, oh boy, I feel terrible.
I mean, those are still a really good run, though, for just starting the route yesterday.
I'm just glad I didn't die to ONS this time. Like I guess that might be what I was most scared of. It's just getting stuck on ONS like for 2 or 3 fights again, like what happened in my previous 2.
Yeah, Regal's becoming it any second now.
But oh, jeez, I want to forget this one. After ONS went down, I was like, shh, we're in the clear now. Nothing else can go wrong. And then I failed the plunge twice, and I was like, that's it. Nothing else can go wrong there. And then I forgot how to Duke skip, and then the bottomless box, and
Yeah, you seemed quite nervous with Duke skip when you started doing it.
I don't know. It was just I was getting weird setups where I couldn't. It seemed like I was like falling too far or something like that, where I just couldn't get the angle that I wanted, and so I was kind of rushing. I think on like the second or third one, I thought I completely missed it, so I tried to quit out really early, and that was probably my best setup for one actually. But I thought I had missed it, so I started quitting out. Then I tried to get out of the menu so I could do it real quick, and then I just flew. Oh, yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Whatever. That was.
Yeah. Okay. Regal said that was a PB.
So you'll be heading on to round 3 of the losers bracket to face Stanflash, I believe. How do you feel about that?
Well, after this, not great at all. But hopefully, you know, I can actually do the things properly, and then yeah, we'll be good after that. I don't know why I'm starting to mess up on the Hydra plunge. I guess now that I started doing it more frequently, now I started I don't know. I'm just still overthinking that thing. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Oh.
What is Dan's PB?
Dan's PB is 1:13:29.
Yeah, it's about 3 minutes faster.
3-minute difference.
I'm gonna be beating that PB soon.
That's on Maildraker. I have no idea what I'm capable of on this one. I haven't gotten anything good yet. Just got splits today.
I mean, you'll have time to practice. That's for certain.
Yeah. I mean, it's a fun route though. That's why I wanted to do it. Unfortunately, the whole like 90% of the reason why I wanted to do this was for the pinwheel R2 finish.
Oh yeah.
And I couldn't do it.
But you failed it.
I tried to do it. I think like 4 or 5 times, thinking, okay, this one will do it. This one will do it. And none of them finished them all.
Is that like normally in the route? Is it just one dart?
It is. You'll have 99 int though, which by me not putting Quailag Soul in there kind of messed that up.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah. So usually, at least not RTSR, you do an R1 and then finish them off with an R2. It's possibly the greatest strat ever in Dark Souls gaming history.
So I actually missed the first 20 minutes because I joined in kind of late.
I saw that. I saw Knight's plea for help.
I mean, no, it's because I couldn't sleep and I saw the race was on, so I went on your channel actually, and then I was like, oh well, you know, might as well join in. Why not? Might as well help out.
Yeah.
Is Regal coming in?
I'm not sure.
Well, I did DM him again. I DM'd him to come into the live chat.
And he's below us in the setup.
Yeah, I did DM him.
No, he's talking.
Oh, here we go.
Hello.
Tay Regal.
Hey.
Hi, Grats on PB.
I was waiting for someone to invite me into the live channel, but apparently I just said it.
I assumed Alibaba did.
I did DM you.
Yeah, I got that, and then I looked and was like, oh, I can just join the live chat.
So was that
What's up, guys?
Was that the only death that you had? Was that Tomb of
Giants? No, I died at Tomb of the Giants, and I died at setting up RTSR for 4 Kings. So I could have had a sub 80 on that. A lot of Peach strats, and I still could have had a sub 80 if I hadn't died those 2 times.
That's the power of DT plus 5.
Oh yeah, I know, it's so good.
Yeah, that Tomb of the Giants death was really unfortunate.
I know. I've never gotten that, but I've seen it happen to people, and you know, I guess just if it happens one time, it probably won't ever happen again. But yeah, you'll just slide right off, and it's the worst.
Yeah.
I was
that not that long ago.
I know Tipo had that in a race against Pink, I believe, or something like that.
Oh, that's right.
He did.
Yeah.
I was waiting for Zaz to finish, and he wasn't. I was like,
man.
Oh my god!
Boy, did you miss?
Did you have a bunch of bullshit going on?
Well, you know how I was doing plunges? Well, I'm not now. And yeah,
Which ones did you mess up?
I messed up both the Hydra one, so the easy one, like the easier one, at least I think. And so I didn't even bother trying the catacombs.
Yeah, I did the Hydra plunge twice, but not.
Duke skip. I can't tell you how much time I wasted on Duke. I just completely brain farted on Duke skip for.
That happened in my last
was it 4 fails? 4 fails in Duke skip.
I think it was more than that. I think it was 5 or 6. At least it felt like 5 or 6.
Yeah,
It felt like a long time.
I had 5 failures like quit outs on my last race on Duke Skip, and I got it first try this time, of course. So
Wait, was Brood watching? Brood wasn't watching, right? I hope not.
No idea.
I don't think I saw him in chat. No.
Okay, good, because I failed to stand a skip. So.
Oh yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
We won't tell anyone.
Yeah.
Well, it's 5 a.m. for Brood right now, I believe.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
no excuse.
It's actually 4 a.m. for me.
It's only 10:45 for me, baby.
Oh damn! So you're like 7 hours behind me.
Yeah, we're both in Central Time. I've gotten paired against nothing but Americans, which is fucking awesome.
Oh yeah, that's super lucky considering
Yeah.
there's only a few of us.
Right, I know. It was you, Nat.
It's only a matter of time.
Yeah,
It's only a
this
matter
is-
of time.
I gotta go back to the Central European time, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Zaz,
the
we can't
tournament
get knocked
whittles
out.
down.
Yeah.
We can't
So,
get knocked out.
um,
We have to keep the NA here.
Mhm.
So, quick question for you, Rigo. When you came into the run, what was the part you would say you were most scared of coming into the run?
I don't know if there's any specific part, because DT plus 5 is not that hard in my opinion. I'm new to all bosses though, so there's just a lot of things in general that I could like make a small mistake here and there, and just die. I'd say the segment that I was most worried about was from after Beto Chaos to the end of the DLC, which is a long segment, but like there's just so many things in there that I could potentially die to, like the Hydra Plunge, messing up Hydra itself with RTSR. Also Sanctuary Garden and Artorias, but I peached that. I just took the bonfire. And then there's Manus and Calamite, which I've practiced a lot and I feel good about them even with RTSR. So I just wanted to be able to nail that whole segment, and I did, which was great.
Yeah. Actually, Zaz, that's one thing that went really well. You had an extremely good DLC. Like all 4 of those fights were. Really
Yeah, especially with the DT. There's like nowhere that when I was doing Maildraker, like every time I skipped that bonfire, the RD bonfire, I would kind of hesitate, be like, "Oh, is this right?" On this one, it's just like 2 shots, he's gone, baby.
Yeah.
Worried about. Well, I think it was like 3 because he decided to roll away. But
Yeah, man. Today in practice, though, I was fighting already, even with DT plus 5, and I would like whiff on my second running attack.
Yeah, that's-
stun lock him on the first, and then keep the second one going, and then he'd do some attack, and I just miss him and get killed.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't know if I want to do this on the race today.
I thought about that because there's a little like the chance of that happening. I was just
Yeah.
like, nah,
It happened to me like 3 times in a row in practice. I was like, nah, screw this.
especially after Duke skip shenanigans. I'm just like, no, there's no way.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
if I die, whatever. Just
Well, both of you had really good DLCs actually.
Yeah, I didn't die a single time. I peached for the first part.
I was scared though because I didn't have the 45 dex to cast that I don't even know what the spell's called. The other one,
Heavy
not
s-
great.
oh.
Heavy soul
Heavy
arrow.
soul?
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
it. But
Heavy soul arrow.
You didn't
Not
get 45 decks?
well, funny
did.
you
You did,
mentioned
didn't you?
that. Yeah, I forgot to put everything in the bottomless box whenever.
Oh
I
my
did it.
god.
So yeah, that was fun.
Jeez.
I eventually got it whenever I went back and sold the Moonlight Butterfly Soul because it's 8,000.
Oh, nice.
But, yeah.
Oh boy.
All right.
Sounds like we had a close race.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it was
was
a
a
good
very
race.
close.
Well, up until the Tomb of Giants, even at the end, it was really close.
Yeah. Yeah, I got the dot done from Zaz when I was like entering the kiln.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Well,
that
thanks
was
for
good.
racing,
Thank you
guys.
for
Yeah.
Yep.
that match.
Thanks for commentating, guys.
Yeah.
Valley
GG's
Baba
Zaz.
for coming in last minute.
Yeah. Thanks, Valley
Same.
Baba, for
On,
not leaving me alone.
Hazel, Speed Gaming Crew, thanks for hosting this.
Yeah. And thanks for everybody for watching the race. So,
Bye bye, guys.
All right.
Yeah.
Later,
See you
guys.
guys later.
right.